What's going on? I'm zmoT. We've got the trader arriving. Let's turn the ringer on in case there's some sort of magical sounds. Kind of doubt there are. What we're doing here, we're going to see what the trader's going to bring us, how they're going to work, if they're going to be all at once. The prototype crab type stuff is all coming right now, nice and early. Curious, I'm going to guess we get 6 days with them instead of 5. Don't really know. Look at the details on that submarine. Let's have look at that. 1 million gold a piece. That is pricey. I assumed they were going to be free. Gotta say, little bit surprised we've got to pay for all 3 individually. That's a lot of gold. Obviously, your prices will vary depending on... Let's make sure we turn our Do Not Disturb on. Obviously, your prices will vary depending on whether you are a high level or a low level. You have to be HQ 14 or above. I think actually, sorry, Armory level 14 or above. You know what? Let's buy them. Let's use all 3 of them. Hopefully, this doesn't break my crab. I have no gold left. I don't know if I'll be able to even load these things. 3 million. Wow, look at this. So we're going to go with 3 of these Rainmakers. We're going to go with, this is going to give me way more GBE than I have. Thankfully, we have the GBE tribe. I don't even know what we can do with these, to be completely honest. Let's just load some things up, get some Lazortrons in. We're going to do 3, 3, 2, maybe, something like that. I don't really know how we're going to do War Factory, because I don't know how much GBE these things cost. Let's have a quick boo at them in the old-fashioned armory. Where is my armory? I can't see my... There's my armory, right dead center. So let's see here. They don't show up in here. Awesome. Okay, let's get back to the trader. Let's see. We've got... So you take... Does it say how much GBE these things take? Let's just have a look and attack something. Collect our chest. Let's have a look. We've got 18 GBE for Lazortrons, 12 for critter cannons, and 15... I wonder if I have enough GBE to drop everything. Let's just throw a shock out there. I should have enough GBE for everything, but my goodness, I don't know what the optimal loadout is. It's going to be interesting. Let's just get War Factory down, and then we will figure it out after the fact. Let's see which troops we can use. Boom cannons everywhere. Man, oh man. Let's just drop them, I guess. And we'll just make it up as we go along. Now I probably should be using Kavan with these so he can heal them up. Not having medics will be a disadvantage for sure. Now, one of the things to be aware of with the Mega Crab, obviously, is that these things are so slow. You're going to have problems taking down healthy cores with these. So, and obviously, around lasers, be very, very careful. Otherwise, your critter cannons are going to trigger to the lasers and you're going to get wrecked as a result. But for clearing, it's not bad at all. I'm going to need the barrage you, Mr. Rocket Launcher. And hopefully we can get that down before it totally fries all of our troops. Because we don't have medics, obviously, so need one more artillery just to get rid of that. So far, so good. Now, if we lose any gold, I am basically screwed. So I'm going to keep shocking stuff, even though I probably don't need to. Once we get a little bit closer, I'm going to start shocking. Using my universal remote, but for right now, just shocking. Trying to keep things alive. Now, we've got critter cannons throwing critters. We've got Sparky throwing critters. So we should be fairly safe. But, again, 3 million gold just to get this loadout happening. So, was really, really hoping that the trader was going to bring us some free goldness. But I guess the crab brings that as well. So, you're going to have to spend some gold here, people. Let's get one more shock. Again, probably not required. But I am going to be uber, ultra paranoid here. Because I just don't want to have to deal with losing any of my hard-fought gold. Let's throw some more critters out. That's one of the things that I tend to forget to do. I see a lot of critters because of Everspark and because of those critter cannons, and I just forget to throw critters on my own. So let's get another shock. Just trying to keep everything alive as best we can. Once we get close, get rid of, say, like this last boom cannon or so, I'm going to retreat and just try to avoid having to lose a troop. Because once we get a little bit close into that left corner, I think it's going to become more of a problem to keep them alive. So let's back off just a touch. We'll throw some extra critters out to cover our retreat. Now you're seeing why this is going to be a problem as far as the crab. These things do not do a ton of damage terribly quickly, and they miss and all sorts of things like that. So just be aware that we're going to have to find some sort of mix, whether it's RCZM with some critter cannons behind it, or maybe the Lazortron mixed in as well. Don't entirely know, so we'll have to wait and find out once we get into the Mega Crab. Maybe some Grenadiers mixed in with some critter cannons, that might be useful as well. Maybe instead of TGM, it's TGCC, where CC is the critter cannon. Let me know which troop combos you think are going to be useful for the Mega Crab. We managed to clear 64 gears with 0 lost troops though, so pretty good, pretty darn effective. Seems like a good combo of critter cannons to Lazortrons to Rainmakers. Oh my. Let's keep in on this goodness. And so those shock launchers are going to be a problem. That's my number one concern right now. Again, probably should have... Oh, look at this. I'm so... See that? Didn't have the GBE. So you're going to have to be very careful with your GBE, because obviously... let's retreat. Run away quickly, because I did not have any GBE to shock with. I was hoping to drop all of my stuff and then shock. Did not happen. So we lost a critter cannon. There goes all of my gold. Hopefully we've got some here. Let's get some extra gold from my free crate. Hopefully, no, didn't happen. So as you can see, we had lots of gold in my storages at least. So let's get one boat of medics. You know what? Actually, medics aren't going to do anything for us. Let's get Kavan involved. Kavan with some second wind. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use crystal shields. I love the crystal shield, ice shield I think it's called, because it actually lets you save your troops. And I found that it saves my troops a lot of the time. So now we've got our critters out. Let's get one shock out here. And hopefully that will be enough for our critter cannons to get some critters out. Hopefully our Lazortrons are going to stay out of range. And our medics are going to heal. Where's my critter cannons? Come on, critter. I'm about to lose another troop for sure. Yeah, there goes another troop. Let's use an artillery on that one near boom cannon. I'm losing troops like crazy. Probably should have gone around to the right, but whatever. Now, see, this is where the ice shield comes in handy, assuming the ice shield can actually come out. That way, your Lazortron or whatever it is can get shot in the face. Not have all that much difficulty. Here's the problem though. Those shock launchers are going to just wreck my face. Hopefully my critter cannons can get some critters out there to distract them, but they're all throwing into the blind spot of that one shock launcher, so it's just going to keep wrecking us. Problems involved in learning a new troop. I'm going to use my extra GBE on this boom cannon, because if it turns towards us, there's going to be problems. Now it's just a matter of patience. At least on our next attack, we should be able to get towards the core. Now, for a lot of the stages, even if you can clear all the way to core, I would suggest using a boat of zookas. Having a boat of zookas in reserves, it will make your life far easier, because we're not going to burn through all that core using these slow machines. Keep a boat of zookas in behind, and you'll have a good time. Let me know what you think. I'm a little bit disappointed that we have to pay for them, because 3 million gold just to get them rocking is a little bit unfortunate, but it does make sense at the same time. So, yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. If you wanted them for free, if you think they should have been like 3 for 1 million, or maybe if the trader should have had like a free crate that had some gold in it, or something along those lines. Hard to say. Just trying to keep it balanced, trying to keep it interesting. Now, obviously, we've got a lot of machine guns and flamethrowers and stuff like that. So I'm going to get rid of my critter cannons, and I'm going to replace them with a Rainmaker. Actually, no, with a Rainmaker, and I'm going to bring a boat of zookas at the end, and then we hopefully should be able to finish off the War Factory in one of our 2 remaining attacks. Again, we're going to leave the zookas until last. We'll leave them in a holding pattern. We'll come over into here, and once we get into range, I'm going to throw... I think I can get hit by 1 sniper, I think. I can get hit by like a sniper like 3 or 4 times, I think. Yeah, there we go. So now I can throw a shock out there, barely keeping it alive, but just trying to get as many troops in position as we possibly can before throwing that shock. Now, this is the beauty of the ice shield. If that cannon were to turn towards us, you just hit the ice shield and instantly troops are protected. It gives you time to get your smokes out, get your shocks out, stuff like that. I love the ice shield when it comes to the Porto troops. Now, the Lazortrons, as you can see, they are clearing mines. Lazortrons do clear mines. They're also doing damage in behind, picking up extra GBE, much like Grenadiers do. And once we get rid of a couple of those mortars, we're going to throw out our zookas, and down will go the core. Probably should have done save the core on this, but that would have taken the whole 20 minutes of 4 attacks a lot. I'm going to move slightly north, and that way we're going to give a flare point for our zookas, and now we're going to drop our zookas, and they will walk all the way up to that flare, and at the same time our Rainmakers and Lazortrons are going to clear all of those machine guns down below the core. Good things are happening. Let's use a bit of GBE on those flamethrowers. Zookas probably aren't going to walk anywhere near those, but just to be on the safe side. Actually, looks like we don't even need the zookas. Would you look at that? Kind of a bit surprising. Obviously, they are doing damage to the core by hitting the buildings that are around it. Every building is probably taking off 6,000 to 7,000 damage off the core. Someone wants to do that math, please, by all means, feel free. But that's it. That's all. For the first time in the history of the world, War Factory has been taken down by 3 proto troops. Interesting stuff. Let me know if you're excited, if you care, if you'll be using them, what kind of combinations you're thinking of, and how far you'll be able to get on Crab using exclusively proto troops without going completely bored and bonkers. Anyways, that's it. That's all. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Peace.